Hello, everyone. Thank y'all so much for tuning in this week. I'm Mary Whitehurst, and this is this week's edition of Real Talk Wednesday. Okay, so I have recently been dealing with something that is very new for me on Facebook. About a year ago, I started my health and fitness coaching business, and I released, I guess I reversed all of the privacy settings that I had on Facebook because part of building my network and reaching new people is posting to my Facebook page, doing advertising on my Facebook page so that I can connect with new clients. So I want the public to be able to see my page. It's also, changed what I choose to post, but I have dealt with those changes. It used to be impossible to find me on Facebook. People would always search my name and say they couldn't find me. But now it's very easy to locate my page, and that's on purpose. But one thing that has come along with that is this phenomenon that I'm hearing more and more about called Facebook creepers. This first started for me about 2 months ago, after I passed a threshold of having maybe 2,200 friends on my Facebook page. I started getting lots of friend requests from people. It used to be me sending out requests, reaching out, connecting with new people, and then I started receiving several requests, like 20 to 30 requests a day. And I was taken aback by this because in those 20 to 30 requests, there would be like 2 or 3 women, which is pretty much my market. That's mostly who I coach is women. And then the rest of them would be random guys that I didn't know from anybody. A few of them I would have, 2 to 3 mutual friends with. Some of them I might have 30 to 40 mutual friends with if we went to the same college or high school. A lot of them didn't know me at all. Didn't know anybody that I knew at all either, but were sending me friend requests. So that was new for me. And I wasn't sure why that was happening all of a sudden. I have some rules around how I accept friend requests, so I just kind of followed those rules. And then I started receiving private messages from some of these people that, again, I don't know, who don't know people that I know. And some of them were just, nice hellos. Others of them were kind of inappropriate. And by inappropriate, I mean flirtatious. And for me, that's inappropriate because I am married and not on Facebook to try to meet romantic people or meet people romantically. And so that has taken me aback a little bit. And I wanted to talk about it because I don't know what is happening in our culture with social media to where stalking borderline kind of people on Facebook has become a thing to do. I know that that's kind of a strong word to use, but I mean, if you're following people, if you're obsessed with what's on their timeline, you're liking every picture, commenting on every picture, and you don't know them, let's be honest, that's a little bit creepy. And so I thought it was worth talking to, especially for the ladies that are out there. I know that a lot of women that are my age, I'm 31, we are like the birth generation of Facebook. I can remember sitting in my dorm room my freshman year and hearing the girls in my hallway talk about this new thing called Facebook. So I feel like I was in part of the first generation of people to get on it. I've been on it for, over 10 years and have seen how it's evolved. One of the things that have been really interesting to me to watch is how people are connecting and dating and hooking up on Facebook. I've never considered Facebook to be a dating website. I only recently in the last year have even looked at it as something to use to network and meet new people because I'm doing my health and fitness coaching business through Facebook. But I wanted to say to the ladies that are younger, a lot of you all are free-spirited and independent, and that's awesome. I think that's amazing. But I want you to be careful on Facebook and on all social media sites, right? We have to be honest, not everyone out there has good intentions. And I think that women fall prey to this type of thing a lot more often than men. That's not to say that there aren't women out there pursuing men in inappropriate ways. But I think that as a woman of any age or any relationship status, you need to be clear with yourself on how to respond to unsolicited communications from men on social media. I'm not going to say that there's anything wrong if you use Facebook or Instagram to date or hook up with people, whatever, that is your own thing. That's not what I use Facebook for, but I know there are people out there that do. Those of you who are not on it to necessarily meet random people, but mostly to connect with your friends, if you find yourself in a situation where someone is, let's say, paying a little bit too much attention to you, you don't know this person, you don't have any mutual friends with them, but they are all of a sudden liking a bunch of your posts, liking a bunch of your pictures, sending you private messages, you need to decide whether or not you're comfortable with that. Again, not everyone out there is well-intentioned, and especially if this person, whoever they may be, is starting to send you instant messages that are flirty or sexual or inappropriate in any nature, in any way. I want you to know that you need to feel empowered to do two things. One, report that person to Facebook, and also to block them from your Facebook. That will prevent them from having any access to your page whatsoever. If they put your name in the search bar, they won't even be able to find your profile. So I wanted to make you all aware of that. But I also just wanted to encourage women out there just to be safe on social media in general, right? There's a lot of, if we can be honest, trash out there. It's the internet. There's a lot of trash on the internet. And so protecting yourself, protecting your information is really important. If you have your profile public on Facebook, don't post things like your address and your personal cell phone number. Don't even post your personal email address. Unless you are in a situation like myself where you are maybe running a business and have certain information out there so people can contact you. But don't make it easy for strangers to know where you are and to have that type of access to you. That's just really not safe. And so I just want to caution young ladies against that. Like I said, and let you know that you're empowered to set boundaries with people on Facebook. That if you feel like someone is coming at you in an inappropriate way, block that person, because you have a right to feel safe and not harassed while you're on social media. In my situation, I have had several people. I try to be gracious. I'll just be honest. If someone sends me a personal message, for example, let's say it says, "Hey, beautiful, how are you today?" First of all, if you had looked at my profile picture or my profile page and seen that I'm married, I have a little boy, I'm a minister, you might censor yourself and think that, "Hey, beautiful, how are you today?" might be taken as a little flirtatious and inappropriate. That's how I take it, right? And so I usually try to give people at least the benefit of the doubt. If someone sends me a message and I don't know them, I will respond politely and say, "Thank you, how are you? Are you contacting me regarding health and fitness coaching?" Once I send out that message, some people don't respond back at all because they can recognize that means I'm not really interested in talking to you unless it's going to be about this. Other people may be like, "Oh no, I just saw your profile picture, just want to send you a message." Then I will cut that off right there and say, "Well, I'm flattered by that, but I'm married. I'm not looking to make male friends on Facebook. And so I would appreciate if you stop communicating with me." I just put it out there. I'm just real honest. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because I think that a single man reaching out and trying to connect with a married woman on Facebook is inappropriate. I think it's disrespectful. I think it's rude. And I think that as the person being contacted, it's my job to put a stop to it. So that's how I usually deal with that type of thing. If that person continues to message me, then I report them to Facebook and I block them. Quick, simple, easy. I don't feel guilty about it. I don't feel like I'm being mean, because I'm not on Facebook to hook up with people. I'm not on Facebook to be harassed by men who are just looking to have a good time. That's not why I use Facebook. And so I'm not going to allow those people to abuse Facebook in that way towards me. And so that's the stance that I've taken on it. And I think that, like I said, because this is becoming a little bit more prevalent, because I know there've got to be young, single, attractive women out there that are dealing with this even more frequently than I am. Feel empowered, ladies. You don't have to, you don't have to take it. Like you wouldn't, necessarily take someone being disrespectful to you out, on the street or in the grocery store. You wouldn't, necessarily entertain that. So don't entertain it on Facebook. Let those people know that you're not interested and block them. So that's my take on Facebook creepers. I hope that this was helpful for someone. I don't know, but it really was just me kind of sharing my thoughts on the topic, because social media is getting a little bit interesting these days, and people are really bold and will say some things that they might not regularly say when they can type them in instead of have to say them face to face. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this week's edition. I hope to see you next week. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.